This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person. Well, hello, and welcome on in to Game 3 of the Rochester, New York Empire State Cup for the MyHockey tournament here at the Lakeshore Arena. We are on the other rink tonight and hoping that is good enough to keep you connected to us for the entirety of the game. This is a must-win for North Park. They come into this one 1-1, having beaten the Baltimore Stars and lost to the New York City Cyclones earlier today. And so we shall see as they take on the Pelham, Ontario Panthers. Pelham 2-1 in this tournament. This is their last round robin game.
I can't feel it.
And so Pelham, having already played everyone else, they also beat the Baltimore Stars. They beat Harbor Creek, which is the team. Oh God, it's now a horror movie. Nope, we're back to regular hockey. Anyway, it's Harbor Creek that North Park plays tomorrow. But Pelham beat Harbor Creek and the Baltimore, Maryland Stars. They also lost to the Cyclones. And so, if North Park's able to come away with the win here, they would have to win again tomorrow morning, but they would hold the head-to-head record, of course, against any other team that goes 3-1, absent the Cyclones. Well, looks like the players are going to come out here for warm-ups in just a moment. So now you have the full spread of what's necessary, and with 3 minutes on the warm-up clock, we will get ready to get rolling here in a moment. Enjoy some music in the meantime. It's an extended look in Game 3 warm-ups here from Rochester. This is Midnight Sports. All right, there goes the buzzer for the warm-up period. As the teams will collect their pucks at their nets, go over some last-second strategy, literally last second, that is. 14 on the clock. Remember, this is 3 14-minute periods for this MyHockey round robin stage of things. And one actually asked on the way over, what happens if these teams tie? We have not delved into the tiebreaker scenarios, but you could imagine a situation in which both teams are 2-1-1. And often it goes to goals for, goal differential, number of penalties you've been assessed. It's all very strange and esoteric. Hopefully we don't have to break out the abacus for that one. Instead, North Park able to come away with the victory today and again tomorrow morning. They will be on their way to the championship game, which is Monday afternoon. And it'll be over at the Iceplex, as will tomorrow morning's game. That was where this afternoon's game was, but you don't have to worry about that because you get to be on your couch to watch this one. Looks like North Park's going to go with Bo Bickoff in net, pulling double duty on the day. The North Park Brain Trust trying to set up Bickoff in the championship game if they're able to win tonight and tomorrow morning. And so this will be, the Panthers were lining up for a handshake at the start of the game. That's a Canadian tradition. And so they were waved off on the ice from that. And we will get ready to get rolling here. 14 on the board. We'll see who Coach Raynor throws over the boards first. For North Park in their road blue and green sweaters here tonight. They will be moving right to left on your television screen or radio dial. If you're just listening to this one in periods 1 and 3. And of course, during the long change, the teams will switch sides. For the second frame, 14 on the clock. It's Tenenbaum, flanked by Grebin and Bigliotti, backed up by Samosi and Klocek. That's one forward by North Park. Expect this to be a physical, tight game. Both of these teams defeating the Baltimore Stars by the same margin, 2 goals. And so it is Pelham trying to dump in just a bit deeper. Tenenbaum able to clear it up to Grebin up the left wing. That puck goes upended there was Samosi. Onward we play. It's Tenenbaum firing just wide of the cage. Samosi goes to track it down far side of the ice. Tries to dump it in. It hits a shin guard instead, but coming over was Klocek. North Park tags up. Pelham with possession in the neutral zone. They'll stick it farther. It's Bigliotti able to get on the puck, and he'll curl all the way around his net. As Klocek has it back near the end boards, it's going to be spun all the way around. Tenenbaum now on the puck in his own end, chips it on over for Klocek. On up toward Bigliotti. He dumps it forward, and the Panthers take over at their own blue line. It's Pelham on the puck. They're able to spring a man down the left wing, and the puck rolls all the way to the end boards. It's the Panthers still trying to turn with the puck. Tight angle shot upcoming here. No, they'll hit a trailer in the mid slot, and it's Bickoff able to fight that puck off in the slot as Pelham comes away with the puck at the end boards. Bo Bickoff called into action for the first time today. Able to fight that puck right back to a North Park defenseman, and now North Park ices the puck. And so in the sequence, just a shot on goal for the home team, nothing more. It's the visiting team on your scoreboard, but technically the home team in the rink. It's Pelham with the first shot of the game, and North Park looking to get this puck out of its own end on this defensive zone draw. Meller at the dot, chips that on over toward Halpern, who works it off the curved wall toward the near side of the ice. Koshlewski jams it out of the zone. Keyworth and Meller in for support. Good stick lift there by Koshlewski for Finkelstein. He's able to gain the line and dump in. Pelham on the puck behind their net as Koshlewski's on the forecheck. It's Halpern manning the near point. Meller and Koshlewski combine to work it over to Finkelstein, who cycles the puck just a bit deeper. Pelham trying to break the puck out, but can't get past Koshlewski, who jams his man up. He waits for Keyworth to work that puck just a bit deeper. Keyworth does exactly that, and now turning is Finkelstein. He gets upended, but the puck chipped toward the side of the cage. Meller on it, works it back for Keyworth, shot in. It's a shin pad, and then it's saved nicely off the blocker of the Pelham man between the pipes. All the way out to the neutral zone the puck comes. Halpern for Keyworth. Keyworth on the puck, stalks in. Look out, wrister. kicked aside. Couple of shots for North Park. In the sequence, all the way back goes Halpern. He's going to leave for Grebin. Grebin tries a quick up, look out, in tight. Shot and scored by the Panthers on a broken play out of the North Park end. And just like that, it's Pelham 1, North Park nothing. Well, it was a puck that had bounced around in the North Park end. Pelham was first to it. They stalked in. And what turned out to be a mini breakaway. And the Panthers take the early lead with 11:24 left to play in the first. Ensuing faceoff. Klocek on up toward Grebin. Panthers come away with it in the neutral zone. It's a puck that gets dumped all the way across by North Park. Here come the Panthers once more. Klocek all the way back for it. Puck sits in the slot. Bickoff sticks that aside all the way to the corner. It's a good save because the Panthers were in tight and look to feast on any rebound. It's Vigliotti carrying that into the zone. Lowers the shoulder, keeps on trucking. Vigliotti all the way around the net. Works it to the far side of the ice. Leaves it for Grebin to pick up there. Grebin flicks that up to the blue line. He was trying to clear it on up to the point for some time and space. Vigliotti now will tap this puck on in. And onward we play. Stray whistle there on the microphone. These two rinks are very close to each other, so you may occasionally hear a whistle over the broadcast, not from this rink. It's Samosi jabbing the puck off a stick. Far side, leaves for Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum now can stalk up the defensive slot. That one goes all the way down, though. After North Park unable to touch up. 10:21 left to play in this opening period. It's a face-off at the far defensive circle for North Park. Looking to work their way back into this game. They had a couple of chances on an earlier sequence, but Pelham doing well to push them to the outside when North Park does gain the offensive zone. It's Halpern in the far corner. Pelham comes away with it all the way to the near corner. Panthers on the puck. It's Meller trying to take that off the wall. He does. He will get body position, carry the puck up to the point. He leaves for Koslewski, who returns the pass, and now the Panthers retrieve in front of the advertising boards, far side. Koslewski with a good zone keep. Return pass, hits a skate though, and it'll be the Panthers taking over once more behind their net. Pelham on the puck, and they work it on up to the top of the zone, but they cannot get past. North Park shot in. That hits a shin guard. Suing shot, frozen between the leg pads by the Panthers, but a good push there by the team from Long Island City, trying to get back to tie this puppy up early on in the first period. 9:43 left to play in this opening frame. And the teams just sparring right now, trading a few proverbial jabs on the ice. This will be Tenenbaum at the far dot. He clips that face-off forward, and Pelham can't quite clear the zone. Stalking past a man is Samosi. On the wrister, shot in. Deflection play was on there for Grebin in front. He deflected it, but Pelham's netminder equal to the task, and now it's Vigliotti coming away with the puck near side of the defensive zone. Works it up to Tenenbaum. Vigliotti back on the puck in front of the camera well, carries it in to the offensive end. It's Grebin carrying it all the way around the net now, trying to push it up to the point. Two Pelham skaters hanging off of him there. He gets some help from Tenenbaum, but the Panthers will come away with it. It's a 2-on-3 developing, and now a 2-on-1 developing here as the Panthers push that all the way wide, and they shoot and score on the odd man rush in the other direction, and just like that, Pelham doubles their lead in the very early going here. All of a sudden, it's Pelham 2, North Park nothing. And the Panthers fans and bench are pumped up at the odd man rush that found the back of the net. Now it's Koslewski, Finkelstein, Halpern, Meller, and Keyworth in blue sweaters to take this ensuing face-off. As a neck guard remains on the ice for the Panthers. They'll clear that off the ice, and we'll be ready to roll here with 9 minutes even left to go in the first. It's Meller, clean win back to Keyworth, and Keyworth stalks into his own end with the puck. He'll carry it all the way behind his net. Keyworth on the puck now. Skating forward up the right wing. Keyworth still moving forward, and he's got the puck in the offensive end, thrown toward the slot. Jam shot doesn't work for North Park. Halpern has to retreat into the neutral zone. Keyworth lets it go because otherwise it would have been an offside call against North Park. North Park touches up. Puck sits in the slot. Meller did well on the forecheck. And Pelham sends that all the way down, should go for an icing, and does with 8:24 left to go in this first period. It's an offensive zone drop for North Park, far side of the ice. Shots 4-3 right now on our screen in Pelham's favor, but it feels like each chance has been a high danger chance as Pelham sends that out of play from the defensive zone. We'll do it all over again with 8:21 left to play here in the first. It's Tenenbaum, Grebin, and Vigliotti, backed up by Klocek and Samosi. Far circle drop once more, comes up to Vigliotti. He shuffles that deeper in the zone. Tenenbaum to retrieve on the backhand, works it up to the far half wall. Pelham dumps it deeper, bouncing puck across the slot, and the Panthers get on their horses. They'll come up the right wing. They put the brakes on, looking for a trailer. Instead, that deflected puck hits the roof, and so we get a stoppage in play with 8:03 ready to go in this opening period. Well, North Park back in action tomorrow at 10 a.m. from the Tim Hortons Iceplex. That'll be against Harbor Creek. Hope you'll join us then. That game could mean a whole lot or nothing at all, depending on the outcome of this game, and there sure is a lot of hockey left to go here with 7 minutes and 50 seconds in the first period, but a 2-goal lead right now for Pelham. Grebin now on the forecheck. He'll stand a man up into the glass. All the way across was Vigliotti to try and hold the zone. Instead, the Panthers get sprung, and they are into the offensive end. Still the Panthers on the puck. Again trying to hit a trailer to the back post. North Park keen to intercept the pass, and they do. Grebin back in the other direction. Shot in just wide of the cage. And it will be the Panthers picking up and sending it all the way down for an icing. And another stoppage here with 7:21 left to go in the first period. Well, North Park searching for a few answers in the early going right now, as it looks like Pelham content to strike on the counterattack. That, of course, is how they scored that second goal. And now this is Meller winning that faceoff toward the side of the net. Schlefsky cycles it deeper for him. Meller chips on up toward Halpern, who's pinched all the way in to keep the zone. And Meller throws that in front. It's kicked aside and out of danger by the Pelham goaltender. And here come the Panthers right back in the other direction. They'll pull it into the offensive end. Puck rolls all the way to the end boards as Keyworth backchecks his man to try and lift a stick. Panthers on the puck. They walk the blue line. They dump in once more as Halpern now turns on the puck and gets it on his forehand. He'll cycle it just a bit deeper for Meller, who scoops it all the way around the curved wall. Flicked up and out by Keyworth to relieve some of this Pelham pressure. Now Halpern can stride forward with the puck. He dumps it on in. Finkelstein to pick up. Thrown in front. He was looking for Koslewski. Meller deputizing at the near point. Dumps on in once more. Finkelstein across for the puck in that far corner. Pelham all over him there. And they'll work that puck back to the near side where Halpern has it. Slides it across the blue line. Keyworth will drive in and then turn at the blue line. Drop pass for Halpern all the way across. Look out. That pass was handled, but it was a great save by the Pelham netminder, who had come 5 feet out of the blue paint to cut down on the angle. And now it's the Panthers collecting the puck in the neutral zone and working it across in front of the scorer's booth. They can make a partial change if they want. No arm raised as North Park cleared out a Pelham skater. And it'll be the Panthers and North Park changing at the same time. Under 6 minutes left to play here in the first. Pelham works that puck to the far side of their defensive zone, but it was intercepted by Grebin. Kick save and a beaut by the Pelham netminder to keep this a 2-goal hockey game. Pelham able to get the puck up and out of the zone. Samosi had tried to track it down there. Instead, it'll be the Panthers able to gain the offensive zone and try to set up shop. Grebin lays the shoulder, and he's able to wash his man out of the play. Klocek will take over. Klocek point to point for Samosi. Samosi looks up ice. Vigliotti settles that for Grebin. Grebin touches it farther for Vigliotti. He can dump in and give chase. Tenenbaum on the forecheck as well. Puck comes up to Klocek. Oh boy, it looked like Grebin's deflection was going to carry that 5-hole. Instead, it was saved nicely. Klocek settles the puck, shoots in. It hits a Pelham skater, and here come the Panthers. They are leaving the defensive zone as soon as the shot leaves a North Park stick to try to set up a break in the other direction. It's now Pelham on the puck. Jam shot doesn't work. And Bigliotti able to pick that puck up and get it up and out of the zone once more. Pelham goes point to point in their own end. And with 4.5 left to go, North Park makes a change. Pelham works that puck to the far side of their defensive zone. Diagonal pass, bounces over a couple of sticks, and so Pelham tries to flick that puck farther. Back is Klocek to jam up any pass to the low slot. Pelham on the puck, but not before Koslewski's able to rim it on the dasher. Puck sits on the dasher for a while. Pelham shoots in. Oh, and it hit the inside of the post and found the back of the net on what looked like a screen shot. And all of a sudden, it's Pelham 3, North Park nothing, with 4:05 left to go here in the first period. And so North Park looking for a way back in right now, as it'll be Meller, Finkelstein, and Koslewski, Halpern, and Keyworth as the defenders. Well, this is Meller at the dot, able to chip that forward toward Finkelstein, who chases after it in front of the Panthers bench. Pelham works this all the way across the defensive zone, and they will enter the offensive end. And they're in the low slot. Is Pelham trying to get on that? Bickoff sealed the post and made the save as North Park clears it up the near half wall. Pelham shoots in, this one high into the netting. And so we'll get a stoppage in play as Pelham adds to their shot count in the sequence. And it should be a neutral zone drop. There was no deflection there, but instead this one's going to come all the way into the North Park end, somewhat inexplicably, as Pelham shot that into the netting on their own. But a defensive zone drop for the team from Long Island City. Either way, 3:40 left to play here in the first. Shot in. Bickoff with a quick save. All two of my viewers should be very upset.
Such a gentleman.
All right. 3:37 left to go here in the first period as Pelham shoots in again. Another Bickoff save. This one cleared by Klocek and sent back in by the Panthers. And they will take over at the end boards. Pelham on the puck. Bickoff able to stick that aside. Look out, Pelham shoots in wide of the cage. Bouncing puck will find another Panther. Right now, the puck is finding Panthers sticks all the way across. Bigliotti able to wash his man out of the play. Shot in. Bickoff right into the glove after he was able to adjust his position. And right now, Bickoff making sure this lead does not get extended as the Panthers have tilted the ice in the last couple of minutes. With 3:09 left to go in the first, it'll be Meller at the dot. Able to work that over to the half wall. Jousting with the man is Halpern, and he comes away with the puck. Does the North Park defenseman. Koslewski retrieves for Keyworth. Keyworth on up. He'll find Meller. Meller into the slot. Pushed just wide. Trying to get that shot off. He does. He hits the outside of the twine. It rippled from here, but on the wrong side if you're a North Park fan. Halpern will dump back in. Finkelstein across for the puck. He dumps in as well. Rolling puck off the dasher. And now it's Halpern all the way across. Try and hold that puck in the zone. And Pelham able to get that puck to the North Park blue line. No farther. They can't touch it at first. Didn't want a too many men on the ice penalty. Didn't take it. It's now Pelham in their own zone. Trying to get that puck on a quick up. It's touched farther, but Keyworth able to jam up the attempt. And now Meller can circle, trying to pick up the puck in speed. It's North Park still trying to get that puck out of some skates and throw it toward the net. With 2:07 left to play here in the first, Pelham ices the puck, and so it'll be an offensive zone draw. With 2:05 remaining to go in the opening frame, shots 11-6 in Pelham's favor right now, and it's the Panthers who are on the right side of a 3-goal lead. This will be Tenenbaum with Grebin to the left, Bigliotti to the right. That puck comes up in the neutral zone, and the Panthers have a 2-on-1 here if they hurry. They'll connect all the way across. It was the Panthers who blew a tire. They want a penalty call. They're not going to get it, as it was the Ice Monster that tripped their man up. And so now Grebin gets on his horse. It's Grebin all alone, 1-on-4, still gets the shot off. That one rolls just wide. Pelham able to get that puck up and out. And Klochek all the way back to retrieve. Bickoff settles it for it. Klochek behind his own net. 90 seconds left to play here in the first period. And it's Samosi working that puck up through the seam. Touch pass Vigliotti toward Grebin. Pelham to take over once more in their own end. It's Pelham able to get that puck all the way out of the zone. Halpern now goes point to point with Samosi. Back to Halpern to build up some speed. 70 seconds left to go as Halpern skates past one man, and he'll dump on in to hold the near point. All the way across is Tenenbaum. Vigliotti calls for it, one-timer just over the net as Halpern's pinched all the way in to keep the zone. It's Tenenbaum trying to cycle there in by the end boards. Halpern takes a hit in the back, and this puck comes all the way out. Keyworth to retrieve in his own end. Keyworth on the puck, trying to work that puck from the far side to the near. He's going to skate it into the offensive end. Keyworth shoots in, reaching for it. Was the Pelham netminder, and the shot ended up going wide. Look out. This one's going to spin all the way down. Should go for an icing. Icing waved for some reason. Pelham first to the puck. They'll shoot it all the way across, looking for a one-timer. They dance past in the near circle. They throw it in, and Bickoff with the save. And now it's Halpern working that puck up toward Kishlevsky. It pinballs around just a bit. Now Pelham finds it still in the offensive end. 10 seconds left to go. The Panthers shoot in, and Bickoff says no. 8.4 left to go in this first period. And Bickoff with a couple of saves on the sequence as North Park looks to see out the remainder of the frame without any damage on the board. It's Meller working that to the far side of the ice. Finkelstein there just chips it out of the zone, and that'll do it for the first period. After one, it's Pelham 3, North Park nothing. Stick around. We're going to put 14 we'll call it, on the board. Do it all over again. This is Midnight Sports. All right, 14 on the board. This is the period of the long change. North Park looking to draw some blood on the score sheet in the goal column here. Try and get back in this one. It's going to be Tenenbaum, Vigliotti, and Grebin as the forwards. Samosi and Klochek as the defenders. Tenenbaum at the dot. Puck one toward Vigliotti, but Pelham is going to come away with it and shoot on in. Bickoff able to just close the leg pads and stick that one on over to Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum around the net, works it up toward Grebin, who turns with it. He's got Vigliotti out front, tries to get the puck to him, but it's North Park off. And so, with 13:41 left to go in this second period, North Park offsides. Should be a face-off in the neutral zone on the far side of the ice. This one will come right in front of the North Park bench. So far, no special teams play in this game. It's been all 5-on-5 action. And Pelham happy to keep it that way as they drive down the left wing into the offensive zone. And that puck sent up and out. Bickoff sticks it over to the corner. It's a delayed offside on the Panthers. They tag up. And North Park able to get that puck up and out. It's now Pelham on the puck, far side of their defensive zone. They try to get it across, but it was Grebin on the forecheck. Pulls the puck from his skates, works it over toward Vigliotti. It's going to come up to Samosi, who's able to tuck that puck all the way down into the offensive end. But the zone clearance is going to split the North Park defenders, and so Samosi all the way back for the puck in his own corner. He pulls it off the boards. Joined there by Halpert. Samosi skates it out, throws it across the zone, but Pelham able to keep at the blue line. It's a mini break for Pelham on in. They shoot and score. Well, it was a puck that found Pelham at the blue line, and they were able to skate on in, shoot and score with 12:48 left to go in this second period. And so North Park's hole gets just a little bit deeper, but still plenty of time left in this one. Nearly 2/3 of the game remaining for North Park to try and get right back in it. This will be Meller at the dot. Pelham tries to carry that puck forward and does into the offensive end. A couple of North Park players on it, as the Pelham man will stay down for a moment. And it looks like it might be Keyworth who's going to be going to the box on this. After he stood a man up in the zone, Pelham able to skate off with a little bit of help. And of course, we'll get a stoppage in play here. The health and safety of the players is paramount on the ice. And so good to see the Pelham player skate over to the bench. He'll get checked out there. These games aren't fun if people get hurt, and so hopefully we will see that Pelham player back out on the ice. Not that the games matter so much in that regard, but it would just show us that he is healthy and ready to continue. And a broken stick on the ice as well, so that'll get cleared. And with 12:37 left to play in this second period, 2-minute penalty up on the board against the captain, and it's Pelham up 4, about to be up a man for the next 2. And we shall see just what the conversation is between all of the benches. Well, it's going to be a 2 and 10 against the captain, which is going to make things more interesting given that there are 10, well, more than 10 skaters, I suppose. 11 skaters, that is. And so, in any event, it's a 2 and 10 against North Park. And so serving the 2 will be Vigliotti, as Keyworth will have to stay in that box for 10. It's Finkelstein able to kill some of this penalty by kicking the puck up and out of the zone. Here comes Pelham right back in. Pelham will have a bit of an interchange there at the near point. They throw it across the top of the slot, skate to the top of the near circle. 12 minutes even now left to play in this second period. And it is North Park able to move it up to the blue line, but not out. Pelham walks the blue line on the forehand, shoots in. Bickoff fights that off and sticks it aside as North Park clears up to the top of the zone once more, but not out. Pelham able to keep the zone. They work it to the blue line. Some tired legs out there right now for North Park as they've been out for a minute. Bickoff able to fire that off the blocker to the near corner, and that puck sits on the dasher. It's hacked off the dasher, sent all the way around the curved wall by North Park. And Meller looks to clear the zone. That puck hits a skate. And some nights it feels like the puck just not finding North Park in a lucky manner. Right now it feels like it's that kind of game. Plenty of time to change the narrative. It is Pelham circling the net. Far side now. It's a 1.5-minute penalty kill here. Nearly in on the one-timer were the Panthers, but instead Finkelstein's going to be able to clear this all the way to the logo. He finds Meller, who can stop and try to skate it in. It is a dump down all the way to the Pelham end. North Park can make a wholesale change if they want. And what they do, so it's Pelham able to work that puck out of their own zone. And then it was Grebin reaching for it. Pishlevsky fires that across, delayed offside here. Grebin touches up, and North Park can try to get all 5 skaters out there now. They've successfully killed the penalty. And now pulling it forward is Grebin in a mini break, shooting and scoring. Well, that was a huge goal for North Park. Had they fallen behind by 5, you have no idea how this game might have turned out, but it was Grebben able to come in on what turned into a mini break, and he shot at that far post, and he found the back of the net, and all of a sudden, with 10:24 left to play in this second period, it's a 4-1 hockey game. North Park wins that back to Samosi, who works it up toward Bigliotti. Icing already washed out here as Grebben on the forecheck. It's Pelham working that around to the far side of the ice. Shot in. And that one hits the outside of the net. Pelham was trying to clear that puck. It took a deflection. Samosi keeps the zone and curls at the near point. Bats it just a bit deeper. Panthers on the puck now in the near corner. They'll work it to the far side of the ice. Pelham trying to get this puck up and out. They do on a deflection. Getting back is Halpern with Samosi. It's Pelham turning in that far corner with the puck. Washing his man out of the play was Halpern. He's able to work it up to the blue line. Sent in. Bickoff kicks it aside into the netting. So with 9:42 left to go in this second period, it'll be a defensive zone drop for North Park. And Samosi, Klocek, Meller, Finkelstein, and Koshlewski out there as the 5 skaters in blue and green. Puck's dropped. North Park comes away with it. Samosi works it to the near side, kept in at the point by Pelham. But that pass picked off by Meller, who can skate forward with it. He avoids a hit, works it across to Finkelstein, who fires that wide of the cage. But the puck stays in the zone. It functions as a dump-in. Bouncing puck corralled by Samosi at the blue line. He'll work it down to Meller. Meller behind the net. He gets washed out of the play there, and Pelham able to send this all the way down. Should go for an icing if it hits the end line, and does. So with 9:11 left to go in the second, it's another offensive zone drop for North Park. Now a reminder, North Park back in action tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, and they will take on Harbor Creek. The Huskies have not been fortunate enough to win a game just yet in this tournament, 0-2, and they will play the Cyclones this evening, probably already playing, in fact. And it'll be the Harbor Creek Huskies that North Park plays tomorrow. They get a stoppage in play, and it's the Pelham skater now working his way off the ice. And he gets a cheer from everyone on the ice for doing so, but that's the stoppage in play, and we just don't like to see any player having to leave the ice for any reason. So our best wishes to him from the broadcast booth up here as Pelham looks to get set up in the defensive end for this faceoff. It'll be Tenenbaum at the dot. Bigliotti, Halpern, and Klocek join Grebben on the ice. Pelham works that puck far side. Zone breakouts on for the Panthers. They try to dump in, but that pass picked off by the goal scorer in Grebben, who carries it just a bit deeper. Pelham cycles it deeper in their own zone now to try and buy some time and space. Puck over to the near side and sent all the way across once more by the Panthers. Lead pass, it's Klocek who gets hit, and that's clearly interference as the puck was not close to Klocek. And it'll be Pelham now to the box for the first time in this game. And no time like the present for North Park to try and cut this lead to 2 with 8:45 left to go in the second. And North Park up a man for the next 2 minutes. That's 19-7 right now in Pelham's favor as North Park looks to get right on the scoreboard. This is Tenenbaum working across. Bigliotti's shot kicked out by the Pelham netminder, and then the puck sent up and out of the zone. So all the way back goes Halpern for that puck. He spins it all the way for Tenenbaum. Puck comes off a stick as Pelham tries to work it deeper, but Halpern in perfect position to pull that puck off the end boards to his stick. Tenenbaum stalks up the right wing now. Soft toss in. He'll give chase. It's Pelham who is going to even things up in a 4-on-4 here. Looks like it might be Tenenbaum going to, well, we'll see who's going to go to the box here for a slash. Maybe Grebben got pointed out. They were both in the same area, but we'll see. as it's a slashing call against North Park. Still unclear which player is going to the box in this one. Looks like it'll be Samosi all the way across. So for the next minute and a half, it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. And a defensive zone drop for North Park upcoming. 8:15 left to play in this second period. It's Pelham shooting in, but it was good stick work there by Klochek to cut out the threat. And now it's Tenenbaum able to work that over to Halpern. Calling for it was Bigliotti for a moment. Halpern can carry that forward into the offensive end. Halpern still on the puck. He's pushed wide. And he'll stop waiting for Tenenbaum as a trailer. Halpern will come over to the near corner. Bigliotti shoots, and that's gloved and frozen by the Pelham netminder. And so, well, let's see if it's a timeout or some sort of misconduct there, as there was some shouting. Looks like Tenenbaum goes to the box. Unclear what the call on that was. But it's a 4-on-3 game right now as Tenenbaum goes to the box. And so this will be Klochek, Meller, and Halpern out there as the official skates over perhaps to talk to the scorer's booth, but it's North Park that wants an explanation, and they're not going to get one. So mystery penalty on the board for Tenenbaum. And it's Pelham pounding the boards in excitement at this 4-on-3. That'll turn into a 5-on-3 in 56 seconds. It's Klochek on the puck, able to work that all the way down to kill off some of this Pelham power play as they retreat. A lot of ice out there in this 4-on-3. The Panthers will come away with it. Drop pass connects for Pelham. They carry it forward now through the neutral zone into the offensive end. They stop delay. Klochek will turn with his man by the side of the cage. Halpern now fires on the skater at the far side. Pelham trying to work that puck to some open space, but it was Halpern able to take the puck off his man. He fires it into the Pelham bench. So with 7:07 left to play in the second, it's a face-off that stays in the North Park end. Well, just a little delay here as the Panthers make a line change. They are the home team, and they have the privilege of the last change. This is North Park, clean win on the faceoff. They fired all the way down. Panthers netminder will leave it behind his net for one of his defenders. Under 7 left to play here in the second period. It's Pelham carrying that puck up and out of their zone, and they will gain the offensive end after a hiccup or two. And now it's a 5-on-3 as Pelham gets their skater out of the box. Onward we play here towards 6.5 minutes. Still 19 seconds left to go in this abbreviated 5-on-3. And then there'll be a 25-second 5-on-4 for Pelham as the Panthers curl behind the net with the puck. They push it up to the top of the far circle. Panthers still on the puck over there. Of course, in a 5-on-3, pretty easy to maintain possession with the extra skaters on the ice. Now a 5-on-4 for 20 seconds as that shot fired in. Bickoff able to chest it into the glove, which is a big help for North Park as they can get their 5-on-4 penalty killers all set and right. And so we will have a face-off in the North Park end with 6:09 remaining to go in this second period. This will be Finkelstein at the dot. He's got Samosi and Grebin in the slot. Halpern joins them as the penalty killing unit. Pelham on the puck. This one chipped across the zone, but Grebin to retrieve. He flicks it farther. It's still Grebin on the puck, shooting in just high of the cage. It hits the glass, spins around to the near side. Pelham sends it up and out of the zone once more. 5-on-5 hockey here as Tenenbaum's out of the box, and he joins the defensive rush. Pelham on the puck looking for something in the slot. Instead, they push it up to the point. They look to shoot in, but it was Grebin. Long reach to flex that into the ceiling. And so with 5:40 left to go in this middle frame, should be a defensive zone draw for North Park. Well, it's Samosi, Finkelstein, Grebin, Halpern, and Tenenbaum as the 5 in blue jerseys. Pelham comes away with the puck behind the net, looking out front. Look out! It was Bickoff with a huge save and a second. Oh boy, you won't see a better one than that, as Bickoff keeps this a 3-goal game right now. It's Pelham having to reset in the neutral zone, and a delayed offside on Pelham gives North Park time to stalk up the right wing. Samosi gains the line, dumps on in. North Park gives chase. Grebin on the forecheck now as Tenenbaum joins there for support. And North Park able to pull it off the boards, but it hits a shin guard. And so Pelham will come back in the other direction in what turns into a mini break of its own. Bickoff gets down, freezes that. And so Bo Bickoff with a bunch of big saves there in the sequence keeps this a 4-1 hockey game. Just under 5 left to play in the second period. Well, this will be Meller, Klocek, Bigliotti, Kishlevsky, and Halpern on the ice for North Park as Meller gets upended, but nobody complaining on either side, and so it looks like it was coincidental contact. In any event, this is Halpern picking up that pass from Klocek and sending it right back to him in the North Park zone. Bigliotti looking for the puck there, and it's Pelham that gets upended with a stick, and so this will be a tripping call against North Park with 4:35 left to play here in the second. North Park back to the box and down a man and down 3 as well. This is Schlefsky and Meller and Klocek and Halpern as the 4 skaters out there for North Park. It's Klocek able to pick up that puck in the defensive zone and send it all the way down where Pelham will have to retrieve. It's now the Panthers on the puck. They work it up far side of the ice. Can't quite connect, but did enough to touch that puck, so there's no icing. Halpern able to send it right back out. Panthers pick up in their own end once more. 1:30 left to go in the man advantage for the Panthers as they cycle it deeper into their zone. Meller was reaching for it. Panthers able to work it to the near side. Pelham on the puck, and they'll skate it and drop it all the way to the near half wall in the defensive zone. And then on a quick up, send it all the way across the ice. It doesn't quite connect as Halpern retrieves and sends to Klocek. Klocek on up for Meller. It was a zone break-in that didn't work out for North Park, and here comes Pelham all the way across. And getting across was Bickoff to jam up the play. Now Pelham fires in once more. Halpern with a shot block off the back of the leg. Those sting, but it's Halpern still skating out there. Klocek pushes his man wide. Pelham dumps in once more. 45 seconds left to go on the tripping call against North Park. And it's Pelham still with the puck in the offensive end. Puck sits in the near corner. Pelham fires it all the way across, and they retrieve in the slot. It's now the Panthers on the puck. Curling to the near circle. They come in tight. Bickoff able to seal the post, so no shot was coming. And it's Halpern getting a stick on his man. Pelham will work it to the near side. Shot comes in, goes well wide. Pelham was looking for a deflection, didn't get it. Halpern to retrieve, shovels it to the near side of the ice. 10 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Panthers as they hold the zone once more. Pelham works that puck just deeper in the zone. Return pass is on. And they shoot and score with 2 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Pelham takes a 5-1 lead. And so it's North Park still trying to find a way back into this one. Now down 4. Late on in the second period. Well, just some more conversation here between the officials and now the North Park bench as to what's going on. And it looks like it might be Halpern now to the box And so it is becoming a regularity to have a North Park player in the bench during this game, or in the box, I should say. Obviously, there are players on the bench. But it's a 5-on-4 game here as Halpern went to the box. And so we get a stoppage here with 2:37 remaining. Looks like North Park may have called a timeout in the sequence. We'll see. Anyway, we'll update you as soon as we come back. This is Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports. Well, timeout over on the ice. 2 minutes still on the board for the penalty against North Park. It was not explained by gesture, and so can't tell you what Halpern went to the box for. But it's Pelham with another power play as North Park able to dump that all the way down. And Pelham will cycle the puck in their own end. Under 2.5 to play here in the second period. North Park still hoping to get back in this one. And it's Pelham shooting that all the way across toward the back post. Nobody home for the Panthers. They retrieve the puck on the far side of the ice. Shoot in, that deflection carried up into the netting. And so with 2:10 left to play in this second period, it's a puck that went out of play. And we will get a face-off on the far side of the North Park zone. This is Finkelstein, Klochek, Samosi, and Grebin as the four skaters on the ice. Puck dumped in by Pelham. They pick it up in that far corner. Panthers on the puck there, working it just a bit deeper, trying to fire in. Klochek gets stick on puck, and it's sent up to the top of the zone, but not out just yet. Panthers still cycling the puck. That one through the slot, but off a skate, and it's Grebin able to get that puck up and out. Panthers back on the puck into the offensive end, stalking through the slot, shooting wide. Panthers retrieve far side of the ice. It's chipped all the way across and into the neutral zone by Pelham. And so with 90 seconds left to go in this period, still 50 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Panthers, who will curl with the puck and gain the offensive end once more. It's Pelham able to dance just a bit deeper, but a bouncing puck found by Finkelstein. Able to work it up to Grebin. Long shot in. Kicked aside by the Panthers. And now the Panthers will cycle the puck with half a minute left to go on the man advantage. Still 1:05 left to play in this period. A quick up for the Panthers. Finds Purchase just in front of their bench. They chip it across the zone. And now it's a 2-on-0 in front. They try to go between the legs. Bickoff able to cover that puck up on the trick shot by Pelham. And we'll see if North Park has anything to tell the Panthers after that attempt in front. But it was Bickoff with the save. And it looks like North Park satisfied with the stop and freeze. No other action coming from the between the legs shot of the Panthers. This is Kishlevsky at the dot, wins it over to Samosi, who sends it up to the point. Not out as Pelham fires in. Bickoff able to kick that aside. Bouncing puck up to the near point. Dumped in once more. And this will be another call against North Park. And looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike call here with head contact And so Vigliotti to the box with 36.9 left to go in the second. And another player may have to join him in that penalty box. We'll see. As we had just gotten back to 5-on-5 hockey there, and all the way back to 5-on-4, it'll be Koshlewski to go sit for the 2 of the 2 and 10. That puck's dropped. Koshlewski into the box. 35 seconds left to go here in the second period as North Park tries to get the puck up and out of the zone. They do. All the way down it goes. Pelham to retrieve. Pelham behind their net with 20 seconds left to play in this period. The penalty, will carry over into the third, of course. If North Park's able to kill off the remaining time of the period. That's easy for you to say. Anyway, it's Pelham all the way back to their own blue line, looking to set up one more zone entry with 5 seconds left. Across was Klochek to jam that up. And there goes the buzzer after 2. It's Pelham 5. North Park 1. Stick around. We'll put 14 on the board. Do it one last time here this evening from Rochester. This is Midnight Sports. North Park looking up at a mountain right now, trying to find a way back in. Down 4 in the final period. They also need to kill off 1 minute and 23 seconds of a man advantage for Pelham and then get to work on trying to even up the scoreboard if they want to be able to play in tomorrow afternoon's championship game. Either way, North Park will have a game tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. from the Tim Hortons Iceplex, where they play the Harbor Creek Huskies. But right now, looking up at a 4-goal deficit against Pelham, as Pelham tries to increase that lead on the man advantage. Still have 1 minute and 5 seconds on that man advantage. And Miller in on the forecheck to force the early pass. Here comes Pelham. They'll dump and chase all the way around to the near corner. Pelham works it up to the near half wall. The give and go works out in front. It was jammed up nicely by Samosi. And now it's Miller in full stride through the neutral zone. As he gets back on side, Finkelstein carries it just a bit deeper on the penalty kill. Here comes Pelham in the other direction. That was chopped out of the air by Halpern. Still 35 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for Pelham. They'll dance with the puck far side of the ice, looking to send it to the back post. And they'll carry it farther through the slot, but it was flicked wide by North Park. And now Pelham still around the net. Works it up to the near point. Pelham right on back down in the zone, but it was Halpern able to get stick on puck to send it up to the blue line. Not out just yet. 10 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Couple of Pelham skaters down low. That pass missed all sticks, and so Finkelstein pulls it off the boards, works it on up to Halpern, who can stop and delay. And in 1 second, we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey as Pelham takes over in front of their own bench. It's Pelham through the neutral zone once more into the offensive end. The Panthers on the puck. They work it up to the near point and then on down low once more. It was Halpern who jammed up his man on the near side. And then Tenenbaum carries that puck to the far side of the defensive zone. He's able to get in full stride all the way across the logo is Tenenbaum. He'll weave his way in, shoot in, hit a shin guard. Halpern able to hold the puck at the point. And now it's a shot that comes in. Bickoff able to stick aside the second one as Halpern was upended at the blue line. No call coming there. Onward we play. North Park reaches for the puck, and they get it up and out of the zone. It's Keyworth back on the ice, able to chip that deeper in the offensive end. Turning with the puck is Keyworth. He dumps that puck in, and now it will be North Park trying to get that puck back on a stick as the Panthers go after Keyworth just a little bit at the blue line. It's now Pelham all the way into the offensive end. And the Panthers spin that puck ever so deeper in the zone. Samosi bodies a man against the glass there. Panthers dump in once more. They pick it up at the end boards. Get the pass out in front. Look out. That was a shot that went wanting from the Panthers as they were in tight. North Park spins that all the way down. And it was Keyworth trying to hunt down that puck. Instead, the Panthers will ice it across the end line with 10:56 left to go in this game. North Park successfully killed off the penalties. And now trying to hit pay dirt on the scoreboard with just under 11 minutes left to play here in Game 3 of a 4-game round-robin tournament from Rochester. This is Meller at the dot. Halpern and Samosi behind. Puck worked forward by Kishlevsky, who gets hauled down. And no call coming once more as we'll play on. It's Halpern keeping the zone, dumps that puck in just a bit deeper for Meller, who dumps it in deeper himself. It's a puck that sits on the near side of the ice until Pelham able to skate it across their own zone and send that puck through the air up to the blue line. Held in at first by North Park, but here come the Panthers all the way through the neutral zone. It's Pelham shooting in. Deflection carries that into the netting. And so with 10:22 left to play in this game, it will be a defensive zone draw. Kishlevsky gets the explanation from the official as to why he didn't call anything. But he was definitely tackled at the near circle and didn't like the non-call. And so at least he did get that explanation from the officials. Puck's dropped. Pelham tries to carry it forward. Instead, Tenenbaum able to kick that puck all the way to the far corner. And Pelham will have to try to reset. Puck chopped up to the near point, sticked aside by Bickoff. And North Park trying to get the puck out of the zone on the far side of the ice. It's Klocek bodying a man on that far side, sticking it farther, but Pelham comes right back. It's Pelham on the puck, side of the cage, trying to fire it out in front. They work it up to near point. That shot takes a deflection high and wide of the cage. Pelham still circling with the puck. Panthers on the puck until North Park was able to get stick on puck to dispossess them, so the Panthers just have to dump on in. It's Halpern on up out of the zone. Giving chase is Grebin. Panthers have it in their own end. They'll work it up strong side of the ice. Klocek to receive at his own blue line. Klocek, long pass on up to Keyworth. Called offside here. And unclear how he was straddling the blue line. But again, the only two opinions that matter are the folks wearing stripes. They had judged him to be offside. Not too much complaining from the North Park bench on that. And so a tight call goes against the blue sweaters, but it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. It's Pelham coming away with the puck, trying to thread the needle. This one goes all the way down for an icing. And so no harm, no foul there as North Park gets its offensive zone drop anyway with 9:18 left to play in this game. Now shots now 27-10 in Pelham's favor. And this will be Tenenbaum trying to add to that 10 count of North Park. Face-off won there by the Panthers. And it's Pelham coming back in the other direction. All the way across goes that puck. Kishlevsky retrieves in the defensive slot, works it up and out of the zone. Pelham all the way back into the offensive end on a deflection. It's the Panthers throwing that across the slot. Tenenbaum on the puck once more. Threads it up to Kishlevsky. Kishlevsky settles that puck down. and dumps on in as Pelham to retrieve in their own end. Under 9 minutes left to play now. It'll be Keyworth picking that puck up and sending it up towards Samosi, but too many Panthers in the way, and so Pelham able to send that cleanly up and out of the zone now. As they look for the puck in the slot, it was Samosi with a great defensive play to take the puck off a stick, and now Keyworth comes forward into the offensive end. Puck rolls to the near corner. He spins it up toward Halpern, but the puck takes a weird carom, and so this is going to be a call against North Park. We'll see who's going to the box here. It looks like it is a call against. Well, nobody's taken the long skate on over to the box yet. Well, still some jawing here. Keyworth will skate off the ice as the North Park bench wanted an explanation and didn't get one. All right, looks like we will have some hockey still left to play here. 2 minutes on the board for the penalty against Keyworth, and it's Pelham firing wide of the cage. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this game as North Park tries to get this puck out of their own end. Pelham's dumped it in just a bit deeper, up to the near point, fired in. Bickoff sticks that aside. Bouncing puck found by Pelham. Bickoff fights it off again. Bickoff with a couple of big saves there as it's Pelham firing that all the way down. Now, I should say North Park to the Pelham end, and the Panthers come away with it. They'll skate forward. It's a 3-on-2 here for the Panthers if they hurry, but Samosi across to dispossess his man and carry that puck up through the neutral zone. It's Samosi into the offensive end, shorthanded, tight angle shot, and that puck covered up nicely by the Panthers netminder, and so we get an offensive zone draw for the shorthanded North Parkers with 7:28 left to play in this third period. It might take a miracle now for North Park, but still 7:28 left to play to accomplish it. As Meller fires in, that one goes just high of the cage. Pelham tries to pick it up with some speed. Screbin pushing a man there. Meller does the same, but the Panthers come away with it on the far side of the ice. It's Pelham now all the way into the offensive end, and they'll try to set up shop on the man advantage. Firing in, fought off by Bickoff once more, as it's the Panthers stalking in, sending it in, and Bickoff with a couple of saves in the sequence. Here comes North Park in the other direction through Halpern. The rest of the North Park skaters can make a change. Still 32 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Panthers. It's Pelham all the way down into the offensive end once more. Near corner, they try to throw it toward the slot. It connects top of the slot. Back to the near point. Fired in once more. Bickoff sees it, and he's able to make the save and freeze the puck as Tenenbaum keeps his netminder clear and clean with 6:35 left to go in this game. Still 15 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Panthers. Well, defensive zone drop upcoming. This is Kishlevsky at the dot. Trying to win it back to Halpern on the backhand. Able to move it over to the half wall. Pelham then controls and dumps in. They'll give chase in the near corner to the Panthers. They work it to the far side of the ice. 5 seconds left to go on the man advantage as Pelham works it tight in on net. Bickoff able to throw his glove over it. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here after the Bickoff save with 6:17 left to go in this game. It's now Finkelstein able to work that puck over to the half wall, but Pelham again possesses, and Keyworth able to retrieve at the near point. He springs Kishlevsky. Kishlevsky on into the offensive zone, leaves for Keyworth. Keyworth throws that all the way across He was looking for Finkelstein. Instead, it'll be Pelham coming back in the other direction. They shoot in high of the cage. And now the Panthers able to work that puck just a little bit deeper in the zone. Keyworth swipes farther at it in the neutral zone. North Park dumps in once more. And the Panthers will retrieve. It's now the Panthers near side of the ice in the defensive zone. They send it all the way through. Samosi had lifted his stick to try and buy an icing, and the officials waved it off immediately. Puck didn't cross the end line anyway, so onward we play. 5.5 left to go in this one as Samosi carries it through the neutral zone into the offensive end. He'll dump on in and give chase. He meets a man at the puck. Pelham works it over to the near side. As the Panthers get that up and out. They're playing a conservative brand of hockey, and wouldn't you, if you had a 4-goal lead and a chance to go to the finals, if you could just see the game out. It's a smart play from the Panthers right now as they're not taking any chances or giving up any odd man rushes to North Park. It's Samosi firing in. That hits a shin guard. Samosi able to get the puck back through the slot. Tenenbaum calls for it on a one-timer, flicks it on net, and it's saved by the Panthers once more. It's North Park trying to get around the Panthers defenseman down in the low slot. Tenenbaum able to work that deeper in the zone. All the way across, that puck comes through the blue paint, but the deflection had carried it wide, and it'll be Grebin on the puck at the logo up for Meller. Meller into the offensive end, throws it across. Tenenbaum tries to pick up in the near corner. Met there with a Panthers man. 4:20 left to play here in the third period. It's Tenenbaum who comes away, shoots it, scores. Well, it was a tight angle shot, but Peyton Tenenbaum able to put that past and reduce this lead to 3 with 4:18 remaining to go in this game. All of a sudden, it just got a little bit more interesting here from Rochester. And it'll be Keyworth, Finkelstein, Halpern, Klocek, and Kashlewski for the ensuing faceoff. It's Kashlewski, clean win toward Keyworth, and able to work it right back to the captain, who fires a bouncing puck in. That one's gloved and released by the Panthers netminder and then sent up to the blue line, but not out. Klocek fires in. A couple of shots on goal from North Park. And now the Panthers clear up toward Halpern, who dumps in once more. Under 4 left to play. It's the Panthers trying to get this puck up and out of the zone. They do across the ice. Finkelstein able to work that puck into the offensive end, but without possession. And now the Panthers set up once more. Reaching for it was Keyworth. Panthers get it up and out of the zone. Bodying a man there is Kashlewski. It's batted farther by North Park. Panthers take over. 3.5 left to go here from Rochester as the Panthers work that puck across the zone, up and out. This one will go for an icing. And with 3:26 left to play, it's an offensive zone draw for North Park, who need at least one more in the next minute or so to really make Pelham sweat, as they've reduced the lead to 3, but need to keep peppering the Pelham goal to try and pot another one here. As it is Tenenbaum winning that up toward Halpern, who keeps his own, gets it back. Tenenbaum now one-timer shot in and hit the post. Oh boy, it was the outside of the post, but it was just that close. And now the puck wrapped around by Grebin goes just wide. Pelham able to get that puck up and out. Meller all the way across to work it to Halpern. Halpern stops, delays, works it up to Samosi, who had come back to pick up the puck and work it up toward Meller. Meller carries in to the offensive zone. He's going to dump it a little deeper for Grebin. Some jousting there for the puck near half wall. 2:50 left to play as North Park tries to keep the puck in the zone. Samosi's pinched all the way in. It's North Park with the puck behind the net. Tenenbaum stalks to the far side of the ice and leaves for Samosi on the forehand. Samosi with some time and space sends in. Deflection near the net, but kicked out by a defenseman's skate. And so across comes Klocek to put that puck all the way in. North Park has to touch up. They do. And Pelham with a little bit of time behind their net as Grebin on the forecheck. It'll be Pelham back in the other direction. Panthers on the puck. They work it off the near boards into the offensive end. We'll keep our eye on Bickoff to see if North Park goes empty net in the near future. 2 minutes left to play here and some change as North Park sends that into the offensive end. Pelham on the puck behind the net. They're dispossessed there. Chipped up to a trailer. That puck deflected in tight. And then the jam shot doesn't connect. It's a delayed call against Pelham right now as the sixth skater comes on the ice for North Park. And Pelham touches up with 1:45 remaining to play. North Park just that close to putting it in on the near side. But instead, it was a couple of saves on the sequence. Sorry, wrong team there to give those shots to. Get that corrected. Now 33-17 in Pelham's favor. Shots on goal. No time like the present for North Park on the man advantage. Try and reduce this 3-goal lead with 105 seconds left to play. And this will be a face-off in the far circle. And that puck's dropped. Grebin gives chase. Pelham on the puck. They work it deeper in their zone, but it's Grebin on the puck. Sixth skater on the ice for North Park. It's a 6-on-4 right now. Keyworth back for the puck. Works it up for Tenenbaum, who breaks into the offensive end. Carries it deeper. Grebin gives chase in the near corner. It's Grebin on the puck all the way around the net. Pelham tries to take it from him. Can't get past Halpern, who dumps it in deeper for Meller. Meller on the puck. Will shoulder a man off the puck there. Tenenbaum calls for it in the slot. Puck spun up toward the slot. Finds a Pelham stick. It was Keyworth reaching for it. Shot comes all the way down. It'll be iced. Well, except it can't be on the man advantage. And so it's an empty netter from Pelham. And they'll celebrate that empty netter in front of the North Park bench, which will definitely draw some hackles from the North Park players as Pelham able to score on the empty netter. They were on the penalty kill, hence the no icing. And so counted as a shorthanded goal into an empty net. Pelham celebrated. And so we'll see if North Park has anything to say about it once the puck is dropped. This is now Tenenbaum at the dot. Keyworth to his left. Meller to his right. Tenenbaum wins that to himself. And he'll carry the puck forward into the offensive end. Under a minute to play here as Tenenbaum works that puck from the far side of the ice. Comes in tight. Rebound in front. It was settled by North Park, but they couldn't shoot it as there was no lane. It's now Samosi all the way across, looking for the one-timer on Keyworth. Back post. Pass misses him on a deflection. Tenenbaum across for Samosi. Once again, Samosi surveys his options, sends it in, and it's kicked aside by the Pelham netminder. Bickoff way out of his cage here, as that's a puck that gets worked on up. It's still power play time here for North Park as the 5-on-3 continues for the Blue Sweaters. But with 13 seconds left, they'll need to score in a hurry. Shot in by Keyworth, sticked aside by Pelham. 5 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it here from Rochester, as it'll be Pelham going to the championship game. North Park back in action tomorrow, 10 a.m. against Harbor Creek. We hope to see you right here on Midnight Sports. Until then, stay safe.